Hey, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the Brown Gent. I apologize if my voice sounds a bit off. I've come down with a bit of a fever, but I got some crazy updates that I just couldn't wait to give you guys. I know many of you are connected anyways for the crypto Twitter, so you probably heard about some of this stuff, but let's just make sure we go through everything as much as we can right now. And just remember, as always, nothing I say is financial advice. I'm just a guy on YouTube, and got 2 more days, and then I am full-time crypto for the bull run. So exciting stuff. Expect to see even more videos much more frequently. If you haven't already, make sure you follow me on Twitter at the Brown Gent YT. Check out my DeBank wallet for EVM on DeBank. And if you want extra coaching, guidance, and support, make sure you check out my services, the Web3 Secret Society, and a private video call to make sure you're ready for the bull run. The first thing I want to flag is if you can go out and support our boy here, Crypto Cove. Not exactly sure what happened, but I got tagged in this post this morning. Apparently, his channel has been flagged again and unfortunately removed. Obviously, this is quite worrisome. Crypto Cove has some very good, non-biased content. He's not out there trying to shill like other influencers. So honestly, I think it's worthwhile just to flag how important this kind of content is to YouTube to sort of protect his channel, and hopefully he gets it back soon. Last time he got it back in a couple of days. Hopefully he gets it back, right away. Let's just be straight up here. So if you can support him, I'm sure he would appreciate it. Go out there, retweet it, like the tweet. I've linked everything in the description below. Okay. Now, the market, on the other hand, has not been very kind. We've had a bit of a drop today, about 2% in Bitcoin, 2% in Ethereum. And when those two drop by 2%, you can expect the others to drop anywhere between 3 to 10%. So Sol was down 3% below 140. We're seeing some of our meme coins come down 5 to 10%. Casp is down 3%. Aptos is down 7%. Pepe is down 4%. These are also good buying opportunities, but nothing has changed really from the perspective of the bull market. All steam ahead. We expect October, November, December to be much better for the market than the previous quarter. So I'm, basically fully allocated and continue to add to my bag with paychecks and such. Now, the big news today was Optimism. Optimism did their 5th airdrop. Now, what you need to understand is they haven't even given out, I think they've given out 1/3 of the total Optimism tokens that they have allocated. 550 million Optimism token remains for future airdrops. Just taking a look over here, 255 million have been given out so far. What that tells you is, number one, we can't be sleeping on Optimism. In fact, I have somewhat been neglecting this airdrop. Many of you who got it today probably got it because you did something else. You probably clicked a bunch of buttons. You were farming something else. You were, part of the super chain using some of those networks. And because of that, you got a decent reward. I got like $200 something, 150, 147 tokens. Let's make sure the next time this happens, Optimism Airdrop 6, that we get the max allocation. I'm going to build a guide on how to do that. That is in the works, so all of us get this. Optimism has just jumped into my airdrop portfolio the same way I will farm Layer 0 and farm Jupiter. Those two are must because they pay out very well for just incorporating a lot of sort of what they're asking to do in your daily basic function. Okay, so guys, I just want you to remember, we had a conversation yesterday. Somebody brought up, oh, it's not worth airdrop farming or anything if you've got actual money. Well, the reality is that's not true. People who want to build their wealth continue to airdrop farm. Justin Sun being a very good example, just takes liquidity, moves it to where he can get a good APR or a good rate, and takes advantage of it, sells those tokens, buys more of whatever he has conviction in. Now, in order to claim your Optimism, what you have to do, I sort of included the link to everything, also the link to the claim. All you got to do is go over here. You can see exactly how you qualified. So, I qualified by being a Superchain Power user. I qualified also by being a Superfast participant. I didn't do some of the other things, which next time, 100% that will change. Then just go ahead and click this button over here, and what it will do is it will get you to a point that you can claim your token. I chose not to delegate any of my Optimism, and in fact, what I did after the fact was I went on Jumper Exchange, got the Optimism token on the Optimism network, and converted it to ETH after. So I had this sort of transaction set up, just showing you guys so you know exactly sort of what to do if you want to. You can hold on to your Optimism if you want to. I don't think it's worthwhile unless you're going to delegate it and potentially try to get this criteria next time, right? Like I said, I'm going to make a video about this. I personally don't want to hold Optimism if I don't have to. I think it's a worthless token, and there's going to be a bunch more coming, so let's earn it and sell it. I do have another update on Scroll. So we talked about the Scroll airdrop yesterday. You probably remember this video I made. If you haven't seen it yet, I put the link in the description below. In there, I spent about 30 minutes talking to you about what's going on with the Scroll airdrop, what I was going to do. Quick recap, 1 billion Scroll tokens, snapshot of October 19th, with a claim 3 days later on October 22nd. Very liquidity focused, and they announced the snapshot about 11 days before it was happening to basically incentivize whales. And we do see today that the TVL is up 6% on Scroll, so it is somewhat working. 6% on this is basically $70 million, which is substantial. Will also be interesting to see what's going on with Binance. In fact, I saw a post by Look On Chain. I don't have it on me, but basically sharing that a lot of whales are depositing into Binance, BNB, into those launchpad pools. Now, if you take a look at the TVL, Kate XBT found out that most of the TVL went into Pencil's protocol. So very interesting to see that. At the same time, we see that in the last 7 days, Stargate's TVL has come down significantly. So there might be something that we don't know for Pencils. I'll be very upfront with you. I don't live in a country that I can use Pencils. Even with VPN, it's a big struggle. So something you may want to consider if you're looking to farm still in the last 10 days, which I still am. I have gotten some comments of, hey, is it worthwhile to just do the Binance pools? Yeah, for sure. If you can get into Binance, definitely check out the launch pads. I don't know how busy they are because Binance is banned in Canada. But remember, you have to use all the tools at your disposal. If you get a better reward rate down there, then definitely go into it. The best way to find out is by taking a look at how much dollars you have that you can put in versus the total amount that are in that launch pad. Concurrently, Olympio has given us some great information. So we know 7% of the 7% of the tokenomics, or 70 million tokens, will be provided for the Scroll airdrop number 1. At the time of this tweet, there was about 750 million marks. And basically, we're going to see if TVL increases faster, and what will happen is how much marks we end up with at the end of the next 10 days. Now, basically, you can see here that they basically sort of put a different price on sort of how much all of this is. Very interesting math to check out. It talks about how much each mark is worth, corresponding to a Scroll price, because I know many of you are wondering what your allocation is. Still, at this point, it's hard to figure it out. If you are interested in why people are buying and selling on Whales Market, in fact, people are using this as a leverage platform. So if you don't believe in the Scroll price at $1.40, for example, well, great. You can sell 1,000 Scroll tokens at $1.40. Then when Scroll comes out on the market, you can buy it from the market and fulfill your orders. And that is how people are using the Whales Market right now. The same thing goes for those who are longing it. They think the price is going to be much higher. Then fantastic. They have to get it at this price, $1.40. Maybe the price of Scroll is $2 on launch, and they've made 60 cents. So this is some of the gameplay that's going on right now. If you're not doing that, where it's hard to know exactly how much your allocation is until we find out. But what I will be doing, and I said this yesterday, is I am going to be bumping up these rookie numbers. I bridged a bunch more ETH over. And also, just in case it matters, I am going into layer 3, which also had a blast airdrop earlier tonight, which is over, or I would share it. But basically, you can do all of these scroll quests. Once again, it's just getting on-chain activity before the 19th. Normally, I wouldn't recommend doing this, but because we know when the snapshot is, you might as well just cover your bases. And also what I did was I went into, I'm just going to connect my wallet again. I went in and I minted 2 more badges, a Sync Swap Lucky Trader and a Scroll Swapper badge as well. Once again, it's just to make sure I minted some badges recently because the airdrop snapshot is in 10 days. And once again, you don't have to do this. But like I said, many people are upset that with what Scroll did, and I agree. I'm also disappointed in what they did, but you have an opportunity to just go harder than that last 10 days and then take your money out once you've claimed your Scroll. Like I said before, I'm going to wait until I claim my Scroll token because I don't want to risk being disqualified. So for me, I'll be withdrawing my stuff on the 22nd. Shouldn't have any effect because I'm just holding on to ETH anyways, but that's what my plan is. I might withdraw some ETH from Aave, but I'm going to hold some there still just in case. Obviously, nothing here is financial advice. Please do what's best for you. Okay, I'm going to keep farming Scroll for the last 10 days. Just want to make it very clear. Another update here is if you have been using Blast, the Thruster Finance, which is one of the bigger dexes on Blast, did a surprise airdrop. So you can go on to the website, you can go in and claim your Thrust rewards. I went and claimed it. When you actually click the claim button over here, which is grayed out, if you go scroll to the bottom, it's in very small text. You can click claim now without staking, because otherwise it will give you some staking options. I didn't want to do that. My amount was very small because I haven't really been using Blast and Thruster, so I got like $1.50. But I know some people who were getting like hundreds of dollars, so definitely check it out. And then you can use the Thruster Finance app to swap it. Okay. The next topic I have here is a PYTH airdrop. And no, it's actually always the same story with PYTH. PYTH never rewards those who stake PYTH. They always like to reward everybody else. I actually to this point have not seen PYTH stakers get anything. And in fact, this is the reason why we sold PYTH between 90 cents and $1 about 6 months ago. But all I see is PYTH continuing to dilute their holders and stakers by giving out a bunch of their tokens to other teams. And this team is the Zero Lend team. So if you're using it on Linea or you were involved in some of the quests that I posted before, in fact, there was a Linea LXP quest that came out that required you to stake some Zero token. Well, you can go into the Interact campaign that's linked right here, and you can then go ahead and complete these actions. By completing these actions, you will win the reward, and then you will qualify for your portion of the 400,000 PYTH tokens. Who knows what it'll be, but you might as well do it if you haven't already. Next update is on the bridge. Now, many of you might be confused here. They're like, oh my God, eligibility checker, get ready for their launch on LFG. And you see comments here about, ready for the free McDonald's meal. It's not the airdrop. What this is in fact their launch. Their launch where they're selling the token. So you go on to the Bridge Foundation website. You can see here, you can now click sign terms and conditions. I can spend up to $25,000 on their launch. I will be spending $0. And I don't want to tell you guys what to do. It's up to you. But you can also go in here and do your airdrop checking. You can then click on this button over here. And somebody had shared this with me, so thank you. I forget your name. But you can go and click on this button to claim your second version or your second amount. Click claim fast with penalty. And then all you have to do is claim off-chain to a centralized exchange, sign it. Once you've done that, click it back to TGE and sign it again. And that way you save this option. So that way you can get both claims early on. Okay. Just that last good update there. And finally, the last update I have for you is on Bungee Exchange. So they had an update a couple days ago where you can claim your Bungee balls. So what you got to do is just go to that website and you will get balls based on what you interacted with. So I got 95. So you can definitely do that if you haven't already. We'll see who's here in the comments right now. We got Attaboys. Shoot, yeah, thanks, BG. We got the Market Bull. We got the Bohemian Groove. 2 nights in a row, love it. Yeah, get used to it. There'll be a lot more like that. Hey, Sanjay. Hey, Crypto Milk. Yo, what's going on? NW. Getting cold in Toronto. Good time to move to Dubai. Yeah, I got the heater on for once. Oh, no, not again. Unfortunately, I'm not qualified for the op. Sucks. Well, don't worry, Lloyd. We'll make sure the next time that you get qualified, I'll make sure I put the guide together so no one is missing out next time. The delegating criteria of 9,000 op tokens is crazy. Whale criteria, yeah, 100%. You know what I want to check out though is they had 9,000 X days. So I don't know if that's like spread out, if it's like 9,000 weighted by the number of days. So maybe you could have 100 tokens for 90 days. I don't know. I'm going to look into it and let you know. You go in Dubai, you get a tax-free, 100%. The first thing I'm going to do is change everything crypto-related when I'm down there, making sure I got access to all the best stuff and also the best security. Hey, TBG and the Gent fam, how's it going? Iron Nobody. Foremost, smash that like button. Yes, huge. With Jasper in the building too. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy the content, please smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Share the video because it really does help. And I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.